Supposedly, it all started with damage it received from the collapsing North Tower. This composite image is the clearest view of the south face. It shows a long thin gouge in the building from top to bottom. Apart from this, there is no graphic evidence of any other major damage. The real question, however, isn't how much debris hit it, it's how it got there in the first place. The distance between the north face of Tower 1 and the south face of Building 7 was approximately 107 meters, or 350 feet. In videos of the North Tower's collapse, one particular piece of debris can be seen flying this horizontal distance in about 4 seconds. This means its average lateral velocity was about 25 meters per second, or 56 miles per hour. If this was a purely gravity-driven collapse where all the force is acting vertically, where did all this horizontal force come from? Judging by the amount of damage defenders of the official story claim Building 7 received, these were large pieces of debris, and while that may make the collapse of Building 7 easier to explain, it just raises more questions about the towers.
I was one of the typical jerks who would call everybody here crazy, including myself, for the first 2 years. It took a couple of friends of mine getting me a little drunk to watch a movie called Loose Change, which I know you all know. What was stunning for me for several days after I saw the film, my brain had to rewire itself because, for example, you know, you get people who say, how the hell would they have had the time to wire those buildings with explosives? Well, 2 weeks before, I used to eat with the Port Authority police in the North Tower 4 or 5 nights a week because it was the best break room around. You know, we cops, we have our spots, we like to hang out for lunch. While I was approaching the building, there was about 20, 30 cops with dogs out in front of the building that day, and I love police dogs. So I went up, I pet a few, I'm a dog guy, I've got 2 myself, and I wanted to eat. I had my Burger King in my hand. I walked past the desk sergeant, and I said, "Sarge, do you mind if I go in the back and eat?" And he was like, "Fine." And I said, "What's with all the dogs out front?" And he said, "I don't know, something about a new security company working upstairs. They're rewiring the building. There was a power down." And when I put that two, plus some of the stuff I heard in Loose Change two together, it really scared the living crap out of me because you find out that Marvin Bush was part of the security company who was doing that rewiring. You know, I saw with my own eyes, you know, if a building falls down that's made of steel, you know, the steel should be on all the buildings around the surrounding area, but I mean, it shouldn't be from here across the street speared into a building like an arrow. You know, I know physics. I do. I'm a science geek. I always have, and I'm telling you, as a cop who was there, I believe it doesn't add up.